Hey guys, this is Mark from Anxious Corner, and it's my first video of the year and first video in a long, long time as well. Good to be back, but so I thought I'd write these a few of my um, symptoms that I had when I was on Klonopin, and also before that Xanax. And I'm going to start from the least going on to the most. So number five position um, was panic attacks. I would usually have them. Oh, great, here comes my cat. I would usually have them whenever I would be speaking in meetings at work or whatever, you know. So that would be number five when I was taking Klonopin. And especially when I was supervisor, I would have to go to meetings and I would have some panic attacks, but what really helped me was just accepting the panic attacks. But those would drive me nuts every now and then. Number four position would be anxiety. Um, this free floating anxiety, I guess, where I wasn't quite sure what to be anxious about, but I was anxious that something was going to happen, you know. So um, when I was on Klonopin, that was almost a daily thing. What I'd be feeling, even though sometimes I'd be feeling great, there was some anxious or anxiety lurking around the shadows somewhere, always seeming to show its presence and making my life a little miserable. Uh, Went to the number three position, headaches. Wow, I spent a lot of time in showers because of these headaches. Um, I think I talked to a doctor about this, and he was pretty certain that these, one of the symptoms was headaches, and that's why I was getting them. And I would wake up, especially early in the morning. I would wake up and have these kind of a massive headache, sometimes migraines, and I would just go into the shower, hit the showers, hot shower, and that usually helped it. So, but anyway, that's number three. Number two, now I'm not sure if I'm describing this right, and also number one, but number two, the second worst symptom I had when I was on Klonopin and or Xanax was a heavy tongue. So whenever I would start speaking, um, there would be times where I felt like my tongue weighed 5 tons. I know this is kind of creepy, a little weird. If you've ever had a heavy tongue symptom, please comment below. I just want to know if you had one or not. If you did, tell me your experiences with that. That one's a crazy one because there was times when, even if I'm taking my Klonopin at a regular dosage and stuff like that, it would I would kind of slur my words um, and not be able to express the way I was feeling at times. So yeah, heavy tongue. It just felt like my tongue weighed a ton, and I couldn't get the words out. And also, I should put it in here. An honorable mention would be also be like my memory as well. You know, I'd be speaking, I couldn't remember things. That was associated with my heavy tongue as well. It was just a wacky, crazy type of symptom. And I tell you, people at work, I'm sure they noticed, because my whole personality would be affected, and then my thought process would be slowing down. I'd be sleep. When I talk, I would talk like I would get my words mixed up. I would have a different type of sounding to me. And that's because my tongue seemed like it just weighed a lot. That was freaky. I'm glad those days were over. So the worst, number one, the worst symptom I had when I was on Klonopin and or Xanax. This is also weird, but I think a lot of you have experienced this as well. Is I put down alternate reality or basically in a fog. hated that. I hated that. I'm not sure how to explain this one as well, but it was like basically being in the fog. It's just a alternate reality. It wasn't really you, wasn't really me. I mean, and it was almost a daily, especially at work. I'd take my Klonopin and go into the office, and it wasn't me. I did this for 25 years, man. That's basically working in the IT world. Those days are behind me. But that was something else, man. But that was my worst symptom. The alternative reality, or walking around in the fog. That was nuts. So, again, let me just walk through the steps with you, or the worst. Number 5 was panic attacks. Number 4, anxiety, the free-floating anxiety. Number 3, the headaches. They weren't major, but sometimes they did come in as a migraine, but not many migraines, just headaches that could actually be wiped out by hot showers. Number 2 was the heavy tongue, where I've been onto a lot of Klonopin boards and Benzos boards. I've never seen anybody have like a heavy tongue symptom. If you know anybody, let me know. And the alternate reality was number 1, my worst symptom. Always seemed like I was in a fog. And also when I was in a fog, I would seem very vulnerable during that period and very hypersensitive. And I wanted to withdraw from people, So, anyway, well, there you have it. So, hey, could just comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you kind of like this video. And I'm starting back up. I was a little worried about getting back on and all that stuff, but I may have done good. I don't know. But also, if you're not a subscriber, I promise you, I'm putting out more videos like this. And in fact, actually, I'm going to have the top 5 symptoms coming up that I had when I was withdrawing from Klonopin and from Benzos itself. So yeah, subscribe, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm not sure how to turn this thing off. New phone. Thanks.